For one loud night in Oakland, Kelenna Azubuike looked like a permanent answer for the Golden State Warriors. Unfortunately, Golden State kept changing the question. November 9th, 2009, Oracle Arena. This is Warrior 44, Kelenna Azubuike. Golden State comes in at 1-4. Minnesota's at 1-6, and they've lost 6 in a row. Technically, it's just the sixth game of Golden State's season, so nobody's getting eliminated, and nobody's saving their season tonight. Still, though, Golden State needs something good to happen before they go on their 5-game road trip. And the team's already noisy. Steven Jackson wants to be traded. His agent spent game day publicly criticizing Don Nelson and the franchise. Andres Biedrins is hurt. Monte Ellis is trying to establish himself as the lead guard again, while rookie Steph Curry is 6 games into a career nobody understands yet. Minnesota's rebuilding under first-year coach Kurt Rambis. Al Jefferson is back after knee surgery, but Kevin Love, he's out with a broken hand. The Wolves have Johnny Flynn, Corey Brewer, and a lot of young players trying to learn the system while losing almost every night. So this isn't a big game because of the standings. It's big because two unstable teams are staring at each other. One of them's about to feel much better for about 2 hours. So what matters more to you early in the season? Is it the record, or whether the team looks like it knows what it's trying to become? Kelenna Azubuike is born in London, December 16th, 1983, to Nigerian parents. His family moves to Tulsa when he's young, and basketball, it's not even his first sport. He starts with soccer because that's what his family knows. Then his brother starts playing basketball, and Kelenna follows him. In the beginning's ugly. He later remembers scoring on the wrong basket and dribbling the ball off his own foot. But he keeps working anyway, and that matters because Azubuike's career is never built on being the obvious first choice. At Victory Christian in Tulsa, he becomes an awesome high school scorer. He helps win a state title as a sophomore, and as a senior, he's averaging, get this, 39 points and 13 rebounds per game. He finishes his prep career with 3,530 points. Kentucky brings him into Tubby Smith program in 2002, and he spends 3 seasons there, gradually growing from an athletic wing into the Wildcats' leading scorer. As a junior, he averages 14.7 points, earns second-team All-SEC honors, and helps Kentucky reach another Elite Eight. Then he leaves school early for the 2005 draft. Nobody picks him. That could have been the end of it. Instead, Azubuike goes to the D-League and plays for the Fort Worth Flyers. During a 12-game stretch in 2006-07, he averages 26 points while shooting better than 51% from the floor. Golden State calls him up January 2nd, 2007. And he lands on the We Believe Warriors, although he's not a major playoff piece yet. Over the next 2 seasons, he turns himself into one. By 2008-09, he's averaging 14.4 points, 5 rebounds, while shooting almost 45% from three-point range. And he's not a fancy creator. He's strong, explosive, and direct. He can spot up, he can attack a closeout, and finish through contact. It's what you need from a young player. He rebounds like somebody who understands that an undrafted player doesn't get to be casual about possessions. The Clippers try to sign him in 2008, but Golden State matches. By November 2009, Azubuike isn't fighting just to stay in the NBA. He's fighting to stay in the starting lineup. So the question, how much better do you think undrafted players become simply because they've already learned that nothing's guaranteed? Azubuike doesn't ease into this one. Golden State's first basket is a Monte Ellis jumper. Its next two made shots are Azubuike threes. He hit 6 of his first 7 attempts and scores 14 points in the first quarter. And the Warriors lead 33-29. Minnesota's still not broken. The Wolves keep getting the ball inside to Jefferson, and they use Flynn's speed to stay attached. So early in the second, the score's tied at 40. And that's when Corey Maggette changes the temperature. He scores 9 points during an 11-2 Warriors run and assists Ellis on the other basket. Golden State starts running like they do, and Minnesota starts giving the ball away. Azubuike keeps cashing in. He cuts, he runs the wing, he gets downhill before the defense can organize itself. At halftime, he has 21 points on 9 of 12 shooting. The Warriors lead 74-55. 74 points in one half. Golden State doesn't cool off in the third either. Jackson controls the game without scoring very much. Curry hits a long three. Anthony Morrow starts raining jumpers off the bench. Not literally. Anthony Randolph is everywhere. Azubuike adds 10 more points in the third, including a pair of free throws that pushes the lead past 30. When the third quarter ends, it's 111-77, and his night's finished. His final line, 31 points, 29 minutes, 13 of 19 from the field, 3 threes, 4 rebounds, a steal, a block, and 0 turnovers. Golden State wins 146-105. They shoot 57%. They score 66 points in the paint, 42 on the fast break. They finish with 36 dimes, 22 steals, and only 12 turnovers. Meanwhile, Minnesota turned it over 28 times. Sorry. Jackson scores 10, but he handed out a career 15 assists. Career high 15 assists. Anthony Morrow scores 20. Randolph has 23, so even the deep part of the bench gets pretty loose. It's really not a basketball game anymore by the fourth quarter. It's more like an open gym. Now, would you enjoy a blowout like this as a neutral fan? Or does the game stop being fun once the outcome is dead? The relief is almost as visible as the score. Jackson said, "We needed this bad." Ellis says the Warriors finally stopped talking about their frustration and just played basketball. Nelson, when asked about the criticism coming from Jackson's agent, gets off the line of the night. "I can take that if he plays like that." Local coverage focuses heavily on Azubuike. This is his fourth career 30-point game, and Nelson's already said he plans to keep him in the starting lineup for a while. 31 points in 29 minutes makes for a while sound conservative. So for a few hours, all the franchise noise becomes background sound. It didn't disappear. The ball simply moving too quickly for anybody to hear it. Stephen Jackson wants out badly enough that his agent is publicly torching the organization. Then Jackson goes out there and creates 15 baskets for his teammates. That's a lesson about professionalism. Sometimes doing your job well doesn't mean you're happy, loyal, or even planning to stay. It just means that while you're there, you do the job. So it makes me question, could you separate your feelings about a workplace from the quality of work that you do there? 5 days later, Azubuike's left patellar tendon ruptures during a game in Milwaukee. His season's over after 9 games. 2 days later, Golden State trades Jackson, sending him and AC Law to Charlotte for Rahabel and Vladimir Radmanovich. The lineup that produced this 41-point win gets 1 week to exist. And the Warriors finish 26-56. Curry, he becomes the piece that makes the season matter in retrospect. But in real time, this is an injured, chaotic team trying to reach the end. Minnesota gets there in worse shape. The Wolves finish 15-67, and that ties the worst record in franchise history. The beating in Oakland isn't just a weird early season accident. It's an honest preview of how far away they are. For Azubuike, the knee injury changes everything. Golden State trades him to New York in July 2010 as part of the deal that brings David Lee to the Warriors. The Knicks hope Azubuike will recover, but he never appears in the game for them. They waive him in February 2011. Dallas gives him a chance in March 2012, and he works with the D-League. He got recalled and finally returned to the floor April 20th versus Golden State. And he plays in only 3 games for the Mavericks. Dallas trades him to Cleveland on draft night, and the Cavaliers waive him before the next season even starts. At 28, his playing career is effectively finished. Azubuike ends with 208 NBA games and averages of 10.5 points and 4 boards. Solid numbers. They feel a little incomplete, though, because on November 9th, 2009, what he looked like was a 26-year-old wing who found his place. Basketball eventually gives him another place. He trains for broadcasting through the NBPA's Sportscaster U program. Then he joins Warriors television coverage. In 2019, became the team's television color analyst. The franchise that once gave an undrafted scorer his first NBA contract eventually gives him a microphone and a seat right beside the court. And that's not the career he was building when he scored 31 against Minnesota. But it's still a basketball life, and it's a pretty good second act. Next, we leave a 41-point basketball blowout and enter a baseball game that just wouldn't end. October 29th, 2017, World Series Game 5, Astros versus Dodgers. Yeah. Yeah, it's the Jose Altuve episode. Altuve, not a cheater, by the way. All you jerks, John Boy. Jose Altuve goes 3 for 5, drives in 4, hits a 3-run homer that ties the game at 7. Later, he doubles home another run, and Houston wins 13-12 in 10 innings in one of the best World Series games I've ever seen. Astro 69, nice, is Jose Altuve, and subtlety's not in it. But Warrior 44 belongs to Kelenna Azubuike. 31 points, 29 minutes, and one night where the future looked wide open. And tell me what you remember about Azubuike as a player. Did you think he was on his way to becoming a long-term NBA starter? Or had he already found his ceiling? In hindsight, we know the truth, but at the time, it looked like there might be another chapter, right? Until next time, I'm the Wolf, and I'll see you for Astro 69. Nice.